Guys, from the beginning. So guys, this is from animated story Boogeyman. Yeah. Okay, let's watch it.
My parents went out to a party. They told me they wouldn't be back until at least 3.
Okay. Let's watch it.
This happened 2 months ago in January of 2019.
Okay.
My parents went out to a party.
1 year ago.
They told me they wouldn't be back until at least 3 a.m. in the morning because the party was supposed to start at 8 p.m. and the party was going to be in New Jersey. We live in Connecticut, so it takes a while to get there and back. They told me to watch my 10-year-old brother and expected me to be responsible because I'm 15 years old. When they left, we watched movies all night while eating a bunch of popcorn. It was around 11:30, and we just finished watching Infinity War. I told my brother to brush his teeth and go to bed. I stayed up later than him to watch the movie Logan. The movie ended, and it was around 2 in the morning. I was getting ready for bed when my brother came down the stairs. I asked him what he was still doing up, and he said the Boogeyman was in his closet and wanted to touch him. I looked at him in confusion. My brother isn't the type of kid to pull pranks or joke around. He wanted me to check it out. I said fine and started saying he probably just heard a house noise. He said he heard a noise coming from his closet, and when he checked inside, the Boogeyman was there and said he wanted to touch him. We went inside his room. I turned on the light and we went to the closet door. I opened it, and what I saw made me seriously angry. There was a tall, scruffy-looking man with long, black, greasy hair.
Yeah.
He looked as if he was in his mid-40s and was fairly... I was pissed off when I saw this creep watching my 10-year-old brother sleep, and I figured out what my brother meant.
So guys, you can saw that
The Boogeyman wanted to touch him. I was so pissed off. I punched his throat. He dropped to the floor gasping for air, but I stepped on his face as hard as I could at least 6 times. He was covered in blood and was having trouble breathing. I grabbed my brother and ran into the bathroom, locking the door and calling the cops. Then I called my parents. My parents freaked out. In about 10 minutes, the cops showed up and searched the bedroom. He wasn't in there. They searched the house. He wasn't anywhere to be found. I gave them a good description of his appearance, and an officer even stayed at our house until sunrise. A week later, I was informed that the same guy was caught and arrested for raping an 11-year-old boy and murdering his parents. It turns out he had raped multiple children before, and even murdered some of them and their parents.
Okay.
He was 47 years old and received a death sentence. If my brother never came downstairs to tell me what happened, then I fear the worst could have happened to him. And I'm extremely thankful that didn't happen.
The Boogeyman. So, Boogeyman, it's true. Okay, leave it in the comments there. Hashtag don't investigate. Please, if you want more videos.
About 11 years ago, my mom, my big brother, and I moved from Mississippi to Nashville, Tennessee. We were staying with my uncle and his wife and stepkids for a while until we got our own place. About a month later,
And next video. A creepy dream and story.
I was 15. I was at my boyfriend's house and it was about 10:30 p.m. We were sitting on his trampoline in his backyard, which faces a small park behind his house.
Yes?
His yard is on a ground level, about a meter above the ground level the park is on, and his fence is on that lower level. So by sitting on the trampoline, we could see out into the darkness of the park, which was just slightly illuminated by his yard lights.
Okay.
We're talking when suddenly I feel an eerie chill, like we're being watched, like something wants us to know we're being watched.
Oh my god!
I remember glancing all over the place and jumping all the sounds of the night.
Pray. Don't be
My boyfriend was laughing at me, and all before he suddenly stilled and rose up onto his knees to look at something in the park.
What the?
Hey, there's a man watching us from that tree over there.
Those words still chill me to the core. I froze and asked him to tell me what he was doing.
I don't think
He told me that the man was very tall, almost halfway up the tree, which was a large eucalyptus, and that only his head and shoulder were really visible, and that his eyes were glowing or reflecting the light from his yard lights. I wondered if he was lying and making fun of me again for being paranoid earlier. So I sat up and leaned over him to see the thing next to the tree. There it was. It was tall and darker than the shadows of the trees, and wasn't lit up like the trees were from the lights.
Bruh!
Its eyes were shining brightly, and it was exceptionally tall. He couldn't be a man, if not for the shoulder and arm draped over the tree, and so he wasn't an animal either. I fell back onto the trampoline, and my boyfriend told me to be quiet and to start moving back towards the house. It was moving towards us. I shook my head. I didn't want to move. I couldn't even bring myself to move. I was frozen in fear or something. I don't know, but I remember he had to force me up, swearing loudly and telling me he was nearly at the fence. I got up and caught a glance of a figure nearly across the short distance from the trees to his yard, and I booked it to the stairs up to his front door. I glanced back to look again, and my boyfriend yelled at me not to, and that he was climbing over the fence. I somehow moved even faster and made it to the door without tripping up the stairs and breaking a leg. He told me again it had been trying to climb over the fence when I slowed. His family is very religious, and his father swears it was a demon trying to test their faith or something, but I don't think it was. I had another encounter maybe a month later. My boyfriend told me that a figure was watching me from exposed ceiling beams of my old barn-like house during a FaceTime call late at night. Maybe a shadow man. Maybe an Australian version of a skinwalker. I'm not really sure, and I'm 19 now, and I still can't stop thinking about what happened.
Oh my god! Yo! At the end story, there was a man was behind her. He was trying to kill it or rip. So guys, this man. So guys, these guys are known as nerds. These nerds are, right, a pretty curtain. Hey, what are you doing? Alright, get that out of here. Well, thanks for into the next story.
Hey guys, it's me, Trudy. Welcome back to another video. Today we're reacting to the true story of Charlie from Ice the Horror Game. Let's get into it.
However, so another one.
Here we go, guys. Charlie.
A creepy guy hiding in the closet. So. Whoa! It looks like a boogeyman.
I was 10 at the time this happened. I loved my bedroom, since it had a TV, a bed, and a closet, with my computer on my desk. One night when I was sleeping, I heard a noise coming from my closet, which kind of woke me up.
No, I
didn't mind it at all because I was still trying to fall back asleep to go to school tomorrow. 3 hours later, after I woke up and ate breakfast, I was getting ready to pack my bag, which was in my bedroom, for school. When I got in my room and packed my bag, I looked at the window and saw some tall black figure with a hoodie outside of my bedroom window. My heart dropped.
My God.
And when I said, "Who in the world is that?" the figure ran away. I didn't see the figure's face since he was wearing a black hoodie, and it was a little dark outside since it was 5 a.m. in the morning. After I came back from school, I was on researching for my school project. Suddenly, I heard a loud tap on the window. It was that figure again, and this time I saw his face. He was a man in his late 40s. He had wrinkly skin and had black hair.
It's not a ghost.
He smiled at me and said, "Hey, want some candy? Come outside of your house and I'll give you some." He laughed and waited for me to come outside.
Don't trust strangers.
He ran to the front door and made a mistake by standing there because my dad was going to go to work. And he opened the front door and yelled at him to get the hell off his property or he'll call the police. I rushed to my dad and told him he had been outside of my bedroom window stalking me. He was about to call the police when he realized he didn't want me to get scared that I was going to get kidnapped or something. So he said he would install security cameras. The only reason why I didn't scream when he was outside of my bedroom window is because that I thought it was one of my friends trying to study with me. But I thought to myself, why the hell would any of my friends want to study at 5 a.m. in the morning? And none of my friends were really that tall. That night, I heard someone laughing in my closet. I didn't open my eyes, but I was scared to death, since I heard that he was scratching the bedroom closet with something that sounded kind of like a knife. I waited a minute or two until I built up my courage to make a run for it and scream for my life while I ran to my parents' bedroom and locked the door. I explained to them what happened and there was someone in my closet. My mom called 911 and the guy was saying stuff like, "Come out and I won't make your parents watch as I stab you." And that was the thing that made me so scared because my brain was telling me that he did have a knife. Seconds later, we heard sirens, and me and my parents heard the police bust the door yelling, "Police, drop your weapon and put your hands up." Me and my parents were relieved that he was gone. I was very lucky that my closet was far away from my bed. It turned out that the guy was a crazy mental guy who escaped from his mental hospital by stabbing the security guards and breaking out. From now on, my parents have set up security cameras in each and every room, and also outside. Who knows what would have happened to me if I didn't hear him laughing in my closet? Would I have been stabbed to death? Or what if he was hiding under my bed? Since that day, I still don't know how we got in my parents' house. Maybe my mom or dad forgot to lock the front door. Or he got in from my bedroom window.
Yo! Oh, Boogeyman. The Cyberman. Or a
Seconds later,
tree guy.
we heard sirens.
Hey. So that means
a new video.
here are the running. Yeah, just get out of here. So please subscribe to this video and you make a very like. Please, I will tell you to link in the description. Well, so you will get this merch.
That's not merch.
No. You will get the free.
Yes.
If you win, the content standing will be examples of graduation. Bye, guys. Guys. See you at the next video.